there's a threat in the world today. A threat to our way of living, a threat to our society, and maybe even a threat to our very existence. And what is this threat?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
And we are Black and White Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
How am I not pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me. Because you're retired?
I mean, I want to see your face when you're asking this question and the way you're going to ask it. Look a man in the eye before you try to kill him or make up something.
He went through my soul.
And I'm not surprised.
What is going on, BW Sports One World? That's your boy, the one on the right side. This one right here is the ad. Together, we are Black and White Sports, powered by First Financial Bank and John Wayne Buzzard. Check him out for all your banking accessories. 317-417-8582 or john.buzzard at bankandfirst.com, and our Rockstar Realtor himself, Mr. Shawn Nugent, buying and selling a home. Check him out, shawn.nugent at talktotucker.com or 317-503-8322. Damon, I'm not even going to ask how you're doing right now.
Hey, bro, I'm not even going to put them on blast like that on worldwide whatever we're doing.
Entertainment.
Man. Woo! Woo!
He's a little hot tonight, folks. He's a little hot.
I'm good, though. I'm good. I have the cool down.
That was a big size glass cool down, too.
Yeah.
Look at that's a big boy glass.
Hey, bro. Hey, sometimes to keep from touching, you got to be touched.
I get it.
Plus, I got the sweet sounds of my boys out there playing catch in the yard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're out there playing catch in the backyard. Jay got his old best friend from the way back, old young Ben. Well, he's not so young anymore. He's freaking look like he's been on a Navy ship for 5 years.
Has he?
So they're kicking it. Yeah. Well, I know at least 2.
Oh, okay. So he is a Naval Academy person.
See, we don't want to get into logistics.
I mean, I don't want to say he's a seaman.
He was at one point. No, but yeah, I'm good.
Right on. Good.
Happy to be next to you once again to discuss things that we enjoy deeply.
And tonight, it's just us, man. We're going back to the roots, and we're bringing some deep thoughts from the couch tonight. Neither one of us is actually sitting on the couch, but that doesn't matter, folks, because it's couch talk time.
Well, I have a couch-like type atmosphere.
Well, I have
How about
couch
that?
Behind me atmosphere.
So technically, you're still couch talking because if you look at it, you're kind of on the couch, even though I know you're not. And
What I'm doing is sitting in my race seat, getting ready, because right after we go off tonight, I am heading over to Monsters of Dirt. What's that?
I was when you hit a button in your digital chassis because you're not turning the car.
Well, you don't turn the car on anyway in NASCAR.
I know more than I thought.
I'm wearing my Ford shirt tonight because that's right. I am driving the BW Sports One Grunt Works Custom Woods number 57 Ford Mustang Cup car at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the pricks of pavement, folks. I like being a prick on pavement.
Funny. I almost bought a blue Ford t-shirt today.
Why not?
I think we'd have been blood and crippin'. I mean, well, no, we're already black and white. And
I mean, man. Damon, what we got on the docket tonight?
Hey, man. Well, we tried to have this conversation
with the real shit.
Let's fuck it. Let's go right into it. You know what I mean? Because I'm angry and I need to yell at people some more.
Here it comes.
Well, I'm probably not going to yell at people anymore. I mean, my wife probably think I'm going to yell at her, but I'm not yelling at her. She just happens to be the person I'm talking to loudly about other people.
Like, man, I'm not getting hype. I'm talking.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not yelling at you. I'm not. It's not you. I promise.
He's got the Indian bugs over there, folks.
Yes, because I'm in my nature preserve. But anyway, this is something that we've been trying to discuss since last week when we had an abrupt ending to our show due to toiletry needs.
Woo!
So there's a lot going on in college sports right now. You know, and most people are focusing on the football because that's what it is. You know what I mean? What of all these winter sport or summer, fall sports that are being postponed, canceled, whatever, do any of them really matter? The only one that we're really focusing on right now is college football. Am I discorrect in saying that? Yes, I said discorrect.
Well, you threw me. The one scenario is strong, folks. No, you're not. I'm not disagreeing with your agreeable self.
Oh, agreed. So tonight's conversation, next 20, 30 minutes or so, we're going to chit-chat about our theories, maybe read some of you guys' comments about the situation that's going on with college sports, football. It hasn't trickled into the other sports, but as in basketball. Because truth of the matter, out of all the college sports, if your kid doesn't play in any of those sports or you yourself didn't play in any of those sports, do you even pay attention to any other of the college sports?
A lot of people don't. I know you and I are a little different because we do. You are nothing but Go Blue, and you watch everything Michigan puts out. You know, I do dabble in the wrestling and in the football and the basketball, some hockey. I'd honestly rather watch college hockey than I would pro hockey, but that's a lot of aspects.
Yeah. So basically this conversation for the fall sports being canceled is going to be about, football. I mean, we could talk, volleyball, know nothing about it, don't know what it affects. There's some other sports in the fall. What is it? Cross country, those things like that. But so most of the talk is going to be a lot about football because football is really making the decisions of what these fall sports are going to do in these universities. They can say the presidents are making these decisions because it's not the conferences. The conferences aren't making decisions. The presidents who control the conference who are making the decisions. So what's going on in the Big Ten and what's going on in the Pac-12, is different from what's going on in the SEC region or the ACC region or the Big 12 regions. So these guys are making these decisions of what's going on in their predominant regions of their conferences. So, really, if it comes down to it, the presidents are making the decisions about football, which trickles down to all the other sports, which is going to bring in a whole nother conversation when we talk about this bill that just went through that these governors or senators just proposed this morning.
Yeah. I mean, you keep going because I'm doing the production thing at the moment, but yeah, we definitely got to talk about that because I don't know.
Yeah, because I have my feelings on it, and I've never changed my feelings, and I'm not going to change my feelings on professional or amateurization of a student athlete. I'm all in favor for creating these sub leagues, as in baseball has created these sub leagues for football, i.e., maybe what the Rock is going to do with the XFL, and then with the G League and the D League is what's going on with the NBA right now. It's like college is not for everybody. The student part of it is not for everybody. You know what I mean? And I'll speak on myself. If I could have not gone to college and still been able to play basketball, I would have done it 100% in a heartbeat. But in 1993 is completely different than 2020. You know what I mean? So back then, if you wanted to play ball, you had to go to school. The only reason why I went to school was to play basketball. That was it. You know what I mean? So there are kids like that. There are hundreds and thousands of kids who are like that. And even there are hundreds and thousands of kids who are like that. They don't even play sports.
Right.
The significance of the trade schools. You know what I mean? The electrician, being an apprentice and things like that, where you don't have to go to the 4-year because they're giving you this image like you have to go to college to be successful. How many college graduates do you know work in the field that they got a degree in?
Very little, very small percentage.
I'm just putting it out there, but this is about sports. So, as you know, beginning of the week, the Big Ten was first to knock out fall sports.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, how they said it, the Big Ten was first to postpone fall football and fall sports to the spring. And as we expected, as most people expected, the Pac-12 was next to follow the Big Ten in postponing their football and fall sports to the spring. So, which leaves us with 3 of the Power 5. Now, they keep talking like they're going to have a season. A lot of information has come out in the last 24 hours, bro.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how you going to take it. I mean, you got some people saying, hey, it's all good. Just keep a little distance. You know what I mean? Follow these little ridiculous protocols. Then you got people out
So
here like,
you mean
oh my
there's
God.
no tackling, there's no blocking, there's no touching.
But see, that was something key that I heard when I was watching Get Up this morning. Ohio State guy. But he's right. You know what I mean? You know, he's like, they're talking about moving football forward or playing football, but I'm going to tell you, he said this is August, and these kids aren't wearing pads.
Mm-hmm.
You start football, you know what I mean? You were supposed to start games in less than 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And now it's a month. You're supposed to start games, and you're not in pads.
Mm-mm.
That's letting me know that you're really not preparing to play football.
Nope. And I'll tell you firsthand that there is a difference in practicing without pads, like playing flag football, compared to full-blown practice with pads and all that. I mean, you have to get your body ready and acclimated for the hits you're going to take. Plain and simple.
Yeah,
the extra weight that's on your body.
I mean, you can't not be in pads and then a week and a half say, okay, we're starting football. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Leo!
Burr, 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 burr. What up?
But I mean, it's crazy what's going on right now. But I'm gonna put something on you. I was thinking about this when I heard the Pac-12 jump on late. I was thinking about this, and like 40, I don't want to even say 48 hours. I'm gonna say 12 hours later, I'm hearing it on the TV. They're talking about this same issue. So you got the Pac-12, who about a month ago, players got something to say. The players want to get together. The players want to get heard. The players want to start a group, a union, an association. Okay. Roughly about 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, Big Ten players. Same thing. Same situation. Here's a list of our player demands. Kind of sounds like the 20s, the 30s with the unions and the steel industry and the automotive industry. Kind of sort of the same situation. All right. And then you reverse the roles. So you keep that in your back burner. Then you come back a couple weeks later. And here we are. We're sitting, and you got the first 2 conferences to just knock away all of fall sports. So the question is, are you concerned about these athletes' health? Next part of that question is coming up in a second. Are you concerned about these athletes' health? Because if you are, then why aren't you treating them like the other 150,000 kids that are coming back to your campus?
I am treating it with concern. Yes.
All right.
You're directing that towards the NCAA.
Right. Or your team presidents. Really not so much the NCAA, because these conferences are doing what they want anyway.
And so that's the wonder of the world right now.
So and then
they are in the NCAA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is the NCAA being a bunch of bitches and not doing what the NCAA should be doing and say, hey, look, hold on here.
Hey,
you have to play under the regulations and rules set by the NCAA. NCAA needs to step up in this situation.
But the NCAA's hands are tied because they're in a battle with the conferences and they're in the battle with the players. That has nothing to do with the COVID. You know what I mean? The NCAA is battling these players about amortization. You know what I mean? So back to that point, what I'm saying is, were you concerned about your athletes? Then why don't you have that same concern about the other 50,000 kids coming to your campuses? Or are you concerned about shutting these players' movement down? Well, you know what? You didn't hear this from the SEC. You didn't hear this from the ACC. You didn't hear it from the Big 12. All 3 of those conferences are still scheduled to play football. Not saying that they are, but they're still scheduled to play football. The 2 conferences where their athletes decided they wanted to say something and have unionized rights for themselves, both of those conferences, fall sports have been null and void.
Yep.
Leroy, Jethro Gibbs, the one does not believe in coincidence.
Hold on here. Gotta get a sip of my core because it's good. All right. So
Woodford.
Hey, that's even better.
Because it's soothing.
That's even better. That's even better. My concern is that nobody is concerned with how they should be. You got 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds acting grown, wanting to be this, wanting to be that. But these are the same 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds that if given the opportunity, they'd be down at Panama City Beach or Cancun or somewhere, spring breaking, summer vacation, and this, that, and the other. I get it. Y'all are kids, man. Y'all are kids playing a grown man business game. Did you catch what I'm saying there? Okay, he understood it. I forget. He forgets that we're not just on video, folks. We're on audio, and not everybody can see. Mutation.
They know.
Yeah, they know. No, okay. Damn right, Dennis. Yes, they are. I still think, I mean, overall, if the NCAA would step in, and I know you say they got their hands tied on other things, and I get it. Like you said, you got this group over here, 2 of the 5 Power 5 conferences opting out because they have this players union getting ready to happen. And you got the SEC, the ACC, and the Big 12 thinking the juggernauts of football, blah, blah, blah. Like we all know.
2 of them are.
Shut up. Leave it out. But want to play by their own rules. You either play by the NCAA rules or you don't play. You're part of college. You are a college athlete in the NCAA, National Collegiate Athletic Association, which means the conferences that you are playing for are underneath the bubble, the umbrella of the NCAA. The NCAA is being pussies on this because they're not doing what an organization or association should be doing at all. You had, let's say this started in March, April, May, June, July, August. You've had 6 months to get your shit together. 6 months. But yet, high schools can't play. You know, we're stopping this, we're stopping that. We're sending kids to e-learning or e whatever it is, e homeschool, whatever it is. It's the way here it is. It's the way of the world. We're going to push our problem onto somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but listen.
Did I go off?
I think you're putting too much power in the NCAA, which they don't have, which they never have. The only power the NCAA truly has is the championships. They hold the championships up because look at it. Each one of these conferences do something completely different than all the other ones. There's no set rules. The only set rules in the NCAA are the violations.
That's the problem.
That's it. You know what I mean? So until all these conferences decide that they're going to follow a governing body all the way, pros and cons, you're going to have this. You're going to have this. And it's too much for them to regulate. I mean, if you got, and this is just, and we're just talking about the Power 5 right now. We're not talking about the MAC, the SWAC. Right. You know what I mean? We're not talking about we forgot all about the Big East. Remember they used to be good.
Man, they used to be top tier in basketball. Never won.
You know what I mean? So
football.
So I mean, I think it's something else that's going on behind the scenes. I think there's a shift. I think there's a shift that's getting ready to go on in the semi-pro and the collegiate level, because once you got this many players and this many people talking about trying to unionize and create association for players, then it's going to happen eventually. Now that you have senators that have put together a bill for proposal that the laws, come into play, with, allowing these student athletes certain amenities. So my second question is, so you basically value the athlete over the student.
That's been happening for years, and that's happening at every level. I mean, it happens at even elementary. I mean, they want these kids to become the next LeBron and become the next Alvin Kamara or whoever they want to be, Tom Brady or whatever. They start them off, for one, they start them off too soon sometimes. You get a kid burn out really quick on doing something that they really don't want to do just because the parents want them to do it. Then you move up in the levels, and it's just I said this on when I was on FaceTime with Facemeyer a couple weeks ago. I said this: the lower levels are more corrupt than the professional levels.
They can be. They can be. You know what I mean? I look at it like you value the athlete more because, let's look at it the truth. All right, let's break it down to here in Indiana. Everybody's concerned right now. We haven't even got to basketball season, which is what's really big here. But everybody's concerned about high school football right now. All we've done here is try to find ways for these kids to still play the game. They can give a shit about how they're getting their learning. You know what I mean? Just put it this way. Just in the state, we got some kids going 3 days, 2 days. You got some kids that are e-learning the whole time. You got some kids that are all the way back in the school. You know what I mean? But the whole thing is to get the sports playing. Now I get it. Sports are a great avenue for all kind of disenfranchised children and whatever. You know what I mean? Some of these kids don't get what you get in school at home. I get all that. I understand all that. But what is the rush to putting all these things? I mean, because here's the thing. You're going to shove all these kids back into classes. College campuses have 40, 50, 60 kids in the class. All of them ain't wearing masks. They sitting up in these hallways and these classes with stagnant air, the same stuff.
What about the dorm?
Back and forth. The dorm rooms, all that. The dorm rooms is nasty anyway. So you want to force all these kids back in just so you can have a sport. Now I get it. You got a school like, say, Notre Dame, a school like Michigan, where their football program probably brings in, 20, 30, $40 million a year, which does construction, new housing, new roads, new material, whatever. These colleges, I understand it's important. But, I mean,
is it that
important where you're sacrificing?
Health?
Yeah, are you sacrificing? I mean, I keep hearing all this, well, it only affects 99% and blah, 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 blah. But listen, these kids are carriers. They might not have the same issues, but you know what I'm saying? I'm 45 years old. You know what I'm saying? They overget this shit and they bring it home. It's going to be a struggle for me. It's going to be a struggle for me. Not like it's going to be for a 20-year-old kid.
Right.
They're only looking at this point. They're not looking at what they can affect outside. The same thing that I'm looking at the NFL. It's only going to affect the stuff on the outside. It's not really going to be them. I mean, you're setting up, these colleges setting all the protocol and all the safety shit for the football players. What about the other 100,000 kids that are on campus? They're not taking temperature gauges when these kids walk into class. They're not checking temperatures when they walk into the dorm.
Nope.
So you're telling me exactly where you want to value these athletes. So that's where it comes in to the amateurization of it. You're treating them like employees. That's why they want to get paid. Now, I'm not in favor of paying college athletes. I'm not. I'm all in favor of allowing college athletes to be able to make money. I'm all for that. I'm good, but I don't feel I'm good for a stipend. Yeah, there's a difference. And I'm good for a stipend being assessed like room and board on your scholarship. I'm all for that. But once you start to pay somebody for doing a service, or you have a union speaking for somebody wanting to get paid for a service, you are now a professional.
Yep.
You go on.
But
everybody keeps forgetting. Yeah, but everybody keeps forgetting this 150,000, this 200, this 250,000 free education that you are getting, that you decide to squander. It's not my fault. I mean, that costs money.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you like this. So Notre Dame's tuition, I want to say right now, is probably 50 to 60 grand a year. And I might be low, but I know what it was when my cousins went there, and it was about 48, I think. So I'm guessing roughly between 50 and 60 million, or that, yeah, $50,000 and $60,000 a year. A year. Okay, so you're getting 4 years. That's 200. Let's just say $250,000 right there. Okay. Now, again, I'm not saying I'm with you. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have the opportunity to make money on certain aspects. But as far as a paycheck, quote unquote, from the conference, from the school, from the NCAA, whatever, hell no. There's no reason. Like you said, there's no reason to pay a collegiate athlete any payroll. If you want to give them a stipend for something, then that's fine. You want to take certain things into equivalent, to put into that scholarship that you're making, that's fine. But there's no reason. You cannot cut $2 million worth of checks a year just to pay for them to come play at your school. For one, you're not an amateur, like you said. For two, you're already getting paid $250,000 in education.
That some kids have to work 2, 3, 4 jobs. Go be a stripper. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Sell weed on campus to pay for tuition. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you're complaining. And let's not make this point unclear. If you think these athletes are hurting, you're far.
They ain't hurting.
You have been.
They ain't hurting for shit.
I only played at the junior college level, and we were very well taken care of.
I bet you
with,
were.
Extras and regulars. You know what I mean? I was never hungry. You know what I mean? We didn't never hurt for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So please tell me that if you think that the University of Alabama football players are hungry, you're delusional.
Look at their line.
You're delusional. And if you think that, that this is the dorm food, no, these guys they don't even eat with the regular kids. You know what I mean? They go to the facility. They eat there. They have a whole different meal plan. They got dietitians for the offensive line, for the quarterbacks, for the receivers. What do the regular kids get? You get the little meal card, go to the cafeteria, and you got to make sure you calculate to make sure you have enough for the whole week.
Yep.
So don't sit there. Oh, well, they need to be able to live and do this or that. Hey, man, I was at a junior college. I don't ever remember paying for nothing to drink at a party. And I was just at the junior college. So you mean to tell me the quarterback, golden boy from Clemson goes to the party, you're going to charge him $5 for the keg?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope. You just publicized your whole party right there.
Yeah, I don't think so. And then, listen, you graduate from high school.
You should give him $1 for every 5 that you sell.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And you got what is it? You graduated high school and you got, you know what I mean, just a mole and a birthmark. But you come home your freshman year, you got one left leg sleeve, one right arm sleeve, all tattoos. Where'd that money come from?
Yep.
So let's not sit here and act like these athletes in college need to be paid like they're really hurting for shit.
I agree.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah, I have nothing. I have no rebuttal whatsoever because this is definitely one topic that you and I, the one in the ass, totally 100% agree on.
I mean, how you want these 18 and 19-year-old kids who can barely take care of themselves make rational and adult decisions for other 18 and 19-year-old kids? That's the reason why you're in the university. These people are there to make sound decisions that your parents have trusted these people to make sound decisions on keeping you safe.
Yep. And on that note, the gavel has been thrown.
Yeah, Dave wants a cookie. He keeps showing me his damn tail.
Uh-oh. He's talking about the squirrel, folks. Well, Damon, I really have nothing else to say because I can't think of anything, like I said, to rebuttal against, and we've said it all. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about any discrepancy of what we said. No.
Right.
Yes.
Hey,
Correct.
somebody in there bring me a cookie.
A cookie. All right, Damien, you got anything else tonight?
I'm good.
All right. Well, I just want to, before we roll on out of here and I roll over to the asphalt side of the pricks of pavement, come check me out. CWTV is actually at doing ECRS right now, and if he gets time, he's going to be broadcasting the bricks of pavement, I think, is what I heard. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to running that. I got to beat Howdy.
Yeah, because I'm sure he'll let you have it at work if you don't.
Oh, yeah. So I already told him. I said, I'm going to be driving faster. Don't worry. Yes, he's waiting on his cookie. That guy's the one. This guy right here waiting on a cookie that nobody's going to bring me. I'm the ass.
He's getting ready to jump. He's getting ready to jump.
Don't
jump.
Don't jump. Don't do it. Don't do it, Dave.
It's
There's
not
more to
worth
life
it.
than that.
I will get you a damn cookie. Don't jump.
That guy's the one. I am.
Yes. He
This is Black and White Sports, powered by First Financial Bank. 317-417-8582. That would be John Buzzard's number. Give him a call for all your banking needs and accessories. 317-517-8582. And our Rockstar Realtor himself, Mr. Shawn Nugent. If you want to talk to Tucker, you talk to Shawn. That's who we talk to. Buying and selling a home? Call Shawn today. 317-503-8322. That's 317-503-8322. And please do not forget to go to mybookie.ag and sign up using promo code BWSports1 for a full 100% deposit match plus a free bet. mybookie.ag. Damon, the Pew Pew Girl is not here. The Pew Pew Girl is not here. What do we do?
We just keep Indy sporty and feed the goddamn squirrels.
Don't forget the squirrels, man. Pew pew. I had to do it for her.
Yeah.
Peace.